Hello everybody, Rob here. This is the start of a new segment I'm going to do on my channel, which I used to do on my old channel, which is Rob's Instant Movie Reviews. Why are they instant? Well, it's a concept I came up with. It's very clever. It's basically I go and see a film at the cinema and then I give my immediate thoughts, so it's kind of an impromptu review. So hopefully I'll be able to make some sense out of this. So the movie I went to see today was Jojo Rabbit by Taika Waititi, starring Roman Griffin Davis, Thomasin McKenzie, Scarlett Johansson, Taika Waititi himself, Sam Rockwell, Rebel Wilson, Alfie Allen, and Stephen Merchant, and a ton of other really talented actors. Taika Waititi himself is proven to be one of my favourite filmmakers at the moment. Admittedly, the first film I saw of his was Thor Ragnarok, which is obviously his big Hollywood movie. But when it came out, a lot of people said, if you like this movie, go and watch his other movies because they're basically the same. And that's why I went back and saw What We Do in the Shadows, which is a very enjoyable movie. So this is the third movie I've seen of his, and he is so good. Like, when I heard about this movie, and in particular I saw that image of him prancing through the air as Hitler, I thought, only he could make a comedy like this work. Because I'm a firm believer that you can make anything funny, like, if you go about it in the right way. And he is so good at that. Like, What We Do in the Shadows was obviously quite a dark comedy, but that was just kind of like a standard formula for dark comedy, whereas Jojo Rabbit is about as sort of taboo an area as you can go with comedy. Not just to set it during World War II, to set it on the German side, with a kid who's fanatical about the Nazi party and of Hitler himself, and to actually portray Hitler himself prancing about in the woods and just making these hilariously stupid expressions. It's absolutely ingenious. Now, the story itself is about the titular character Jojo. I can't actually remember what his last name is. He gains the nickname Jojo Rabbit, for which I will not disclose how he earns that nickname. And he is part of the Hitler Youth. And effectively, the story is him going to sort of like summer camp. I suppose it's kind of portrayed like that, but I think it's more just like a regular thing he goes to learn about how to shoot guns and how to throw grenades and loads of stuff like that. And his instructor is played by Sam Rockwell, Captain Klenzendorf, who is simply hysterical in this film. Like, he's one of those actors where as soon as I hear his name, I'm like, I'm there. Like, he's just one of my favourite actors. Like, the whole cast of characters is phenomenal. Like, in particular, Rebel Wilson, I thought was superb. Like, I admittedly have never actually seen her work before, and I knew she's got kind of a love-hate reputation, if that's the right way of putting it, but I thought she was brilliant. Like, she didn't feel that out of place, and she was funny, really funny. Scarlett Johansson shines as usual, as is Jojo's mother. Who else was in it? Alfie Allen from Game of Thrones, not a huge role, but he was still funny. Stephen Merchant, he was brilliant as usual. But admittedly, the best actor for me in the movie was Roman Griffiths Davis, who played Jojo. He was genuinely brilliant. He was funny, confident, and he could really nail those dramatic moments. Taika Waititi's performance is so good. His accent is pretty much his character from What We Do in the Shadows, like just a very funny German accent. But he's got such a funny face. I mean, I know that sounds offensive, but he is very visually funny in the way that he runs, the way that he walks, the way that he talks, and he actually nails Hitler. Sorry, that's just such a stupid statement. He really nails the character of Hitler, but there are bits where he sort of veers into the Hitler that we know, which is what we see in archive footage where he's given speeches. And Taika Waititi nails that part. He feels quite genuine, but then they'll just break off into these other scenes that feel so surreal. I think one of the bits I remember, Stephen Merchant plays a Gestapo agent, and he sees Jojo's room and it's covered in sort of Nazi propaganda, and he sees a picture of Hitler, and he says something along the lines of, "Now I'm sure that many of the children have told you this rumour that the Fuhrer only has one bull. And that is ridiculous. He has 4. I was just thinking, like, most comedies would just make the joke, which is, oh, Hitler only had one testicle, but it's just the fact that it's a Gestapo agent saying he's got four. Absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see this movie again. And really, that's the best compliment I can give it. You know, as soon as you see a movie in the cinema and you absolutely can't wait to see it again. It's kind of one of those movies that it's like quick fire humour. There are so many great lines in this movie that when you come out of the theatre afterwards, you're thinking, oh God, what was that bit? What did he say? Oh, it was fantastic. I don't remember what he said, but all I know was it was hysterical. And that the movie is just that. It is hysterical. You get real belly laughs out of it. But it is so much more than that. Like, there are some proper emotional moments that really bring you back down to earth as to the setting, what's going on, and I think it is superb. It is one of my favourite movies I've seen in ages, and I'm just thinking whether it officially is a 2019 movie because it came out this year in the UK. So at the end of this year, when I do my top 10 list, I will probably like make this eligible. It will probably get in. I can't see it missing out, but I can't recommend this movie enough. Like, if you're a fan of any of Taika Waititi's work, go and see it. It is a phenomenal movie. Let's try again. It is a phenomenal movie. So yeah, 10 out of 10 across the board. Absolutely loved it. And thus brings an end to my first review. Let me know what you thought of Jojo Rabbit. Did you enjoy it? The last thing to do is to thank my top tier sponsors on Patreon. So, here we go. Garsupial, Test Subject 410, Winter Phoenix, Desmond Fallout, Joseph Rispoli, Nidofer, Flareon Vordome, Dragtail, Plushy Afton, Hooded Wanderer, and Kada. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao! This movie, you'll love his other movies because it's basically the same except Ragnarok was... And my phone is ringing. God damn. Turn vibrate off.